Hello, Chase, my fellow Raider, Tomb
Hello,
Raiders,
Bobby.
Paint Raiders, Splatoon Raiders, the Oakland Raiders.
They're not in Oakland anymore.
That's still real to me, damn it. Raiders
the
of
Raiders.
the Lost Ark.
Sure.
We're here to raid, and maybe we'll get raided. Ha ha! Funny. It is a casual hour. This is Casual Monday. We are finally on the internet together playing Splatoon Raiders, and you and I are very happy with this game. You have really gone full tilt here. You're going to be leading the way tonight. You're level 50. You're in the end game. I am just a little tadpole next to you, Bullfrog. So
yeah, I just was having a good time with this game. It was a really easy thing to play while watching YouTube videos or just listening to podcasts. Just kind of kept going. And
you can take the man out of Destiny, but you can't take the Destiny out of the man, is what I'll say.
That seems to be kind of right. So yeah, I've had a pretty good time with this. I have now seen credits. There's a whole lot of post-game stuff to do after you see credits, so we're not nearly
Very cool.
done. But I want to go in and help you with some of your missions. Now, everything does scale a little bit. So like when we play, I think this is one of the coolest things about this game, is that when you go into this, the missions will scale in power based on how many people you have in them, which makes sense. Other games have done that too. And other games have also had, hey, if I go to this area, my power scales with that area as well.
Sure.
So even though I'm a level 50 and you're what, a level 28?
28.
Yeah. So even though that's the case, whenever I go to one of these missions that might be like a level 28 mission, it will scale up to a level 50 mission for me, but stay as a level 28 mission for you. And I think that's a really nice thing.
Yeah, there's some really cool for as shitty as Nintendo is with being online. They've got some cool things here that I think largely work out much better than I expected.
Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure I do a mission that you need. I think you said you had 2 more to do on this last island.
Yeah, let me pull that up really quick.
Yeah, if you could do that, that would help me. Because even though
So I'm down here on Hisu Island, and I need to do the Dragon Den, and I need to do the Kuka Buried Ruins on Hisu.
Yeah, but there was something on the previous island.
Oh yeah, we're not going to do the Keplik one, right? We're going to skip that.
Right. You need the mini Chep Buried Ruins.
The only thing I would need to do going back is either spicy things or I need to kit out the different tanks and do the.
Yes, that's the one I meant.
Okay, that one there. Let me switch over really quick to a different build, and I will be locked in for that.
Yep.
I think I have a preset saved. I'll do speed first. And
so I am playing with the technical tank or tactical tank. That's what it's called.
That's my favorite one.
The purple one. I think it's my favorite too. It's this game does a pretty good job of encouraging you to play with all the different tanks and trying out different things. But at some point, once you've done that, the game goes, I don't know, we're out of stuff to give you. Just play with whatever you want. And I've really only been using the tactical when I have a choice.
You know what I don't like is whenever you have a countdown going, you can't keep like going to your shit at your base and changing and tweaking stuff. I feel like while that's counting down, you should be able to just do what you need to do there.
Yeah.
I'm starting with speed. That's my least favorite tank. I don't know if you've warmed up to that one at all, but I
think they
don't like it.
Eventually give you enough stuff with speed that I feel better about it. But yeah, I think it is still my least favorite one of the
Sure. It's just not my favorite.
Most of these Splatoon Raiders missions, we mentioned this on the last actual Casual Hour podcast, but this is, even though Splatoon is very much a multiplayer, competitive game, this one is all the co-op-y salmonid stuff, salmon run from the Splatoon 2, I think, and
like the Horde edition, kind of.
Yeah. So they've turned that into a full game here with this one. There is actually no competitive multiplayer. in this game, and that's interesting.
It's better because of it.
I mean, I like this style of game more than a competitive multiplayer
100%.
game, so I'm into it. But I can understand where some people might go, "What? What do you mean? You took the Splatoon out of Splatoon?" And they kind of did.
You know, this is in an era of friend slap games. I think people who enjoy those types of multiplayer experiences can probably find some enjoyment in this. Like, even if they're not into like the mechanics of a shooter, like if you're talking about, you know, like upcoming Big Walk, like I could see people saying like, hey, let's play a little Splatoon and then play some Big Walk. Like, I think that there is an overlap there.
I will say this is a very chaotic game. There's just a lot going on. When I watched trailers for this game, I thought, God, there's no way that you're going to be able to understand all the information that's happening. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just don't understand all the information that's happening in front of you. But it is still...
It's really good.
Relatively understandable.
Yeah, I think it's smart. I think it's pretty easy to pick up. I think probably even harder to put down for a lot. Fuck, you need to
yeah,
stop yapping here.
I can attest to how difficult it is to put down.
Yeah, 100%. Come on. You did it? Oh yeah, sweet. I have died. I apologize.
Yeah, no, I died once too. We just can't die 2 more times. We're all done. It is a shared live system.
Who's this one again?
This is the one that comes from underneath the jaws kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
He's pretty easy once you've actually chosen somebody to start fighting.
Yeah. Yep, he picked me. Get out of there. Come on, you. Got him. Sweet. Do you want to, while I got this kit, we'll bounce to the other one really quick, do the speed one there, and then we can come back around on power if we want to do those more, or circle back later on.
Yeah, that's fine.
What was the other one I needed? Fish bone toy, eh? Speed tank. All right. You know what I haven't figured out? Are they just like trying to tell you what your stuff's worth when you get your trinket like overview?
I think that's just like a fun number to look at. I don't think that dollar value thing means anything.
Do you mind running Goiza Buried? Or
yeah, sure.
Over on Gildred.
Yep.
I'll knock this one out while I got speed.
On regular or spicy?
I just haven't done it regular yet.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
What else do I have? This guy.
So I will say, again, if you want to hear a lot more about this game, I think we go into a lot more depth of different mechanics and things and the history of Splatoon on the podcast. I don't necessarily want to rehash all that here. But I will say, as somebody who has now finished the game, or seen the credits at least, and started to get more of this end game kind of loot, I'm getting a little bit more disappointed in the game as I play it at this point. I mean, I still have a great fondness for it. We put a ton of hours into it to get this far, and had a great time getting to that point. But now that I'm here, I've started to get some of the 5-star weapons, and the 5-star weapons I thought were going to be more like Destiny exotics, where they did something unique and interesting, and they kind of don't. They're kind of just more regular weapons, but with better stats, and you can upgrade them. You can continue to upgrade them, I think, like nearly infinitely, which is fine and cool, I guess.
You can just keep making them more powerful.
Yeah. And they give you they give you more abilities to try to customize things in a better way, which is good, because that was another complaint I had, is that it didn't feel like the game had a whole lot of customization options for you. Or
you're saying that you feel the tanks all kind of feel the same and don't really distinguish themselves too differently from gameplay.
Yeah. And
I think you were like, if I played a hunter, I felt like a hunter, you know, and like here you just kind of feel the same.
And I think they've gotten, as the game goes on and you get a whole lot more stuff, I think that it's gotten better at going, okay, this does feel unique. I feel like my build is different than other people's builds, but it's all still just tweaking the things that everybody has access to, and not like giving you really unique things to do. Like again, my weapons are all just the same kind of weapons. They have some perks on them, but then something unlocks in the game near the end game where it goes, okay, well now you can take those perks that are on weapons and you can put them on any weapon. You can like just slot them into any weapon. And I go, okay, well that's cool, but now like all the weapons just feel the same because I can just put anything. I can put anything on any weapon basically. So like, what's the uniqueness of the weapons?
Why would I do this compared to the next one?
Right. How does this paint roller feel any different than this other paint roller? And the answer is it doesn't. It
right.
Just doesn't. You get the 5-star paint roller. You put all the best perks on it, and then that's the paint roller you'll use for the rest of time.
It's like there is a hamster wheel here with this one, and like it sucks to think that there's not much light at the end of that tunnel. Yeah. Where it's like you need to go get like your upgrades and like be diligent about how you're planning this shit, just to know that it maybe doesn't pan out at the end is kind of a bummer to hear. I'm not overly surprised, as I think
it's not that it's bad. Like I still think the video game that I'm playing is a good video game and I'm enjoying playing it. But I think back to my Destiny times, as we referenced here.
Sure.
And I go, man, even when I was in the late game of Destiny, I still felt like, ooh, well now I get to play with this weapon instead. Here's a reason to use, here's a new hand cannon, or here's a new piece of equipment that makes hand cannons feel completely different than before. And this game doesn't have that. Like, you are just playing the same game. The tanks are different, I guess, and there are some different things you can do, but this idea that I'm now in the post game and I'm hunting for the 5-star weapons. Okay, yeah, I can get a 5-star weapon, but once I get one, it plays like all the other weapons I've used at that time.
Well, let me ask this though: like, if there was a cool weapon in Destiny, which you and I would chase, and you would get them far more than I would, it was always like, okay, this is gonna suck. Like, you're gonna do this shit weekly and put all the time in, but you're gonna get the weapon and it's gonna feel good. Do you feel that the work is to get those 5 stars is as easy as it is to get these 4 stars? Like, you're not having to do anything pretty crazy to get them, right?
I'm still just playing the game. Like, it's not like there's a Destiny raid or a dungeon or something where you get some of those. There's no like unique drops and unique ways of getting drops. Yeah, I am still just playing the game, and I do like that it at least encourages you to say, hey, you should play with other people. Because the times that I play with other people, and not just here co-op with you, but there is a way to call for help and ask players to just matchmake in with you, and they get different names because it's Nintendo and they don't want anybody to know who they are. And other times where I can just go into somebody else's game and help them. And those are cool times. I'm glad that those things are in there where there is more encouragement to play this game as a co-op experience with other people. And it also feels like the drops are weighted a little bit to go, hey, if you play with other people, maybe you'll get more of the better drops.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll play with other people. It's more fun to play with other people anyway. So sure, I'll do that. But I'm getting the better drops, and I'm going, well, this isn't really any different than what I had before. And also, once you realize, oh, the 5-star weapons can be upgraded basically forever, well, then you go, well, I would never use a 4-star weapon ever in my life again, because why would I waste my time with a 4-star weapon if I know the 5 stars are just there?
Hey, by the way, for the power tank, what are the what's the best
Oh, you
Thanks
want that top. You want that top, buddy. That top is so good. I love the top.
All right. Tops being developed. Okay, we got that. I guess I could probably make a cool part for it. I don't have stuff to make that. Do I want to make that one? Sure, why not? Okay. Double trouble. Don't have enough of that. Okay. Let me just switch that over here really quick. What's this one? All right. I'm good.
Okay. Where do I need to take next?
Do you want to just do the power one here and at the last spot? Is that cool?
Sure.
I know that's boring to do these over again, but I could, if you don't mind, I could use both of those.
Yeah.
And then we can move on to the current island I'm on and knock that thing out.
Yeah, I don't want to harp on it too much, but I really do wish they're just like, hey, you got a roller that, you know, does something completely different from all the other rollers in the same way that I would get like a Destiny weapon that goes, hey, this is a fusion rifle, but it shoots one giant blast instead of a bunch of darts. That was a really cool thing to get a weapon that did that, and it worked completely differently from all the other weapons of that type. It felt exciting and different to use that weapon. I had to think about how I wanted to make builds in that game. In this game, I'm just not making... I guess I'm still making builds, but I just don't really feel like I'm getting as much out of this as I would want from a custom edition. And that goes to the aesthetics as well. We talked about how aesthetically I think this game really kind of fails. That it's a game franchise that's been all about, you know, like freedom of expression and fashion, and this game just there's a handful of preset outfits, and it just feels like, come on, there should be so much more than that here.
Do you feel? I mean, I think this game has been received very well.
Sure.
And I just wonder if Nintendo is going to add things to it. Or if we've gotten what we're going to get, essentially.
I think they have to add to it. This is, I mean, other Splatoon games have had DLCs, right? They've had, well, not DLCs exactly, but extra content. And with the success of this game so far, I'd be shocked if they didn't.
You think we get more tanks?
I don't know about more tanks. I don't know, maybe.
Be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool. I don't know if they would have other ideas for tanks. But certainly other missions. The other guns. I don't know. But a lot of these, like all these guns, are still the same ones from other Splatoon games, right? I don't think there's a new type of gun in a new type of weapon.
No, I haven't seen anything new yet. I mean, I'm not a Splatoon aficionado by any stretch, so I could be very wrong there, but from what I have experienced in Splatoon, I have not been surprised by anything new for this game.
Yeah. I will say, this game plays like a fucking dream. So like,
that plays
part
very
makes
good.
a lot of sense that people are hyped about this and having a great time, because it's really fun to play. It's fun to play, it's easy to play, there's a lot of stuff you can do with friends. It's a solid game.
There we go. All right, I've got my special. Oh shit! I should have switched over to the shark because I maxed out the squids. Oh well. Oh well. Chase, we have a preview episode coming up this week for our podcast. My question, since you've been preparing the content for that episode, are you excited about August?
There are 2 games I've been excited for in August, and then I think there's some other stuff that's coming out this month that will also be pretty cool. But one of those games is out like tomorrow, and the other 2 games that I'm excited about come at the very end of the month. So I don't know. It's kind of like I guess I'm excited for things in August, but it's for most of August I probably won't be caring.
Yep. I get it. And there's a big one for me. Very anticipated game at the end of the month, and there's one coming out this week that I'm very curious about too.
Yep, and those are overlapping games. I know the ones you're talking about, and I know the ones I'm talking about, and they're the same games.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Well, I'm happy to report we'll be seeing both of those, I think, this month. And if you want to know what we're talking about, come in and check us out on Wednesday when we dive into our preview of August.
It'll be really hard to guess which
yeah, if you've listened to anything, like one episode.
Bobby's the biggest Star Wars fan I've ever met, of course. I feel like I'm pretty on solid ground there that I know what one of the games is.
Yeah.
So you need to do power on the last one we did before, the
yes, sir.
Right?
The
Minship.
Well, and you know, while I have the power out, we can I need to do it on the next island too. That's kind of like progressing things forward for me, so we can just roll over there and I can knock that out.
Easy enough.
Man, we've talked a lot about this. So I don't think we'll talk too much more about it on the podcast. Certainly not this week, but the community around hacks and mods right now is just fucking on fire, dude. It's so exciting. It is so exciting right now to be in that sort of scene. That Pokemon decomp and recomp for Gen 1 is just doing numbers, and they've already put out a dual screen mod for that, which is just insane. Like, I'm having so much fun with those communities just building really cool shit.
Sure. I mean, not to be a bit of a downer, except, you know, I am who I am. I think the reason it's so exciting to see a lot of this stuff from like hackers and people like that is because the normal video games business, standard video games business sucks
dude,
right now.
Terrible. And I think people are just like gravitating towards things that were very important to their like love for video games to remind them of like why they care about this stuff. And it sucks that they're not getting their cup filled presently, but hey, you know, nostalgia is powerful, and there's a lot of really cool games that I guarantee a lot of people, myself included, haven't played yet that are very worth going back to in 2026, especially with everything on fire. It's interesting too from like a nostalgia standpoint, like the big push with the Thor, especially, and like clamshell design, like Game Boy Advance era and 3DS era stuff. There's just a generation that has such a strong connection to that from like childhood memories where like we think they're cool just from like our time with video games, but it's cool to see people kind of reconnecting with their younger self and like just the growth happening of like mods and shit with it. It's just really exciting. Like there's all kinds of cool shit to celebrate there.
Yeah, agreed.
And I think this week could be the week my Nova ships, which is really exciting because that thing seems awesome. All right, pop my special. Sweet. Boss time. I do appreciate the in and outness of these. Like they're very quick to get into, very quick to get out of.
And I would say even these missions that we've done so far are some of the longer ones. And it's like there's kind of the puzzly ones that you do. There's the like single screen challenge modes, and there are these more raid style ones.
Oh, nice shark.
The raid ones are certainly longer, but not by much.
Absolutely.
These are all very like plug and play, quick in and out stuff.
Nice.
I've also started getting some weapons that are called Primo weapons.
What is that?
I don't know, but they're not.
Are they
exotics.
5-star? Okay.
No. So every Primo I've gotten so far has been a 4-star, but I don't know if it just means that it's got some like extra something to it. Yeah, I have a Primo Alpine Stringer, and it says Alpine or Balanced Stringer optimized for max charge speed, but it has max charge speed is oranged out, so I'm guessing it's just like max is a stat.
Okay.
But I don't know. I've got Primo Sippy Cup Dualies that say they are balanced dualies optimized for max range and ink coverage. I was like, okay, that sounds great, but they're 4-star weapons, so I can't care about them, right? I don't know. I don't know if there are also Primo versions of 5 stars, and I just haven't gotten a Primo 5-star yet. Oh no, I do have a Primo 5-star.
You do have one.
I have a Primo plastic bottle splatter shot that has max ink efficiency. So I guess you can get Primo versions that have some kind of maxed out stat.
That's cool.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm still not gonna. Yeah, I don't have a Primo weapon that is my weapon of choice. I have this one 5-star that's kind of perfect. It is just a long range shooter. It is specifically the Olive Oil Squelcher, and
I like the name.
I've leveled it up 26 times, so this is going to be the weapon I use for pretty much the rest of the game, I think.
You found your forever home.
I think so. I've tried some of my other 5-stars. I have 6. Yeah, I have 6 5-star weapons. Yeah, 6 5-star weapons, and so far this is just head and shoulders above anything else I've used.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Let me go level up really quick, and then I will. Can you back out of that really quick so I can?
I can. Yes.
Thank you. Let me just hit my level, and then we'll go. I'll do gadget on this one. Cool. All right, I'm good now.
Okay.
Are you excited for the direct tomorrow?
Yeah, we are getting 20 minutes of Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave Direct, so we'll learn a little bit more about the new Fire Emblem game.
We know the date. We know all that stuff. What are you hoping to see tomorrow?
I mean, they're going to have to show us some more characters and maybe something more about the story.
You want to see combat?
We've kind of already seen combat. And also it's Fire Emblem.
It's Fire Emblem, correct.
I mean, we kind of know. But there is a whole lot of story stuff that we just don't know yet. They've shown off a bunch of they've shown off 3 different characters that seem like those are going to be kind of like our 3 houses House Lord people. But there's still kind of a question of, is that who you play as? Do you actually play as the house leader person this time? It's not a house leader, but it is still like this is the leader of this faction. But do you actually play as them? Is that your main character, or do you have some like kind of Violet style character that I haven't seen yet, or maybe we have seen and it's tough to say. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm very curious. I just did not like Engage. I thought the acting and the story shit was just a bit much compared, especially in 3 Houses is I think the most of a Fire Emblem I've played. So that's you know how it goes. Like it's your first one. Like I think it's really good. I know it maybe has not stayed the test of time, but I
think it has though. For a lot of people, it has. Maybe not for me, because that's a game that I don't feel like is very fun to replay. Even though seems like they try to add a lot of replay value in 3 Houses, I just do not have fun replaying that game.
Sure.
And I liked Engage. I understand why you don't like it though, and there were certainly parts of it that frustrated me. But I still had a pretty good time with that game. But I think that I have, in a similar way to Pokemon, I just have not been having as much fun with these games as they go on. I think for Fire Emblem, my peak for that franchise was the 3DS. But I've also played a lot of the Game Boy Advance ones, and that's where all the hacks are. So I play a lot of those ROM hacks as well, and so I have a lot of affinity for the Game Boy Advance ones. But the 3DS is where I fell in love with Fire Emblem.
Sure, I think that's totally fair. I think the gameplay in Engage was pretty good for me, but I was just having a really hard time with the work that they were doing with delivery, all that shit.
Yeah, you high up papaya once too many times.
Yeah, I high up papaya a little too close to the sun. That was but it still is a cool game. It just didn't stick with me, so I will be tuning in tomorrow for sure to see what they're up to. And that is a September video game, correct?
I believe that's right, yes.
Okay. We are going to be full.
These are some of the most annoying enemies in the game, and yet this is one of the easiest bosses, I think.
Yeah.
Just kind of sits there
melting
and takes it.
Easy.
Yep.
Painted headband. All right, I can switch back over to technical now. We can keep moving along if you want. I can come back and do those another time if we want to see some more. How close am I to the credits?
You're relatively close. It's when you get to the center, there is a few more missions, and then there's a pretty long boss fight, and that's the story. So you're close.
Is this taking place adjacent to the other Splatoons? Do you know?
I don't. Like these characters, the deep cut people, they're from
3,
Splatoon
right?
3, right? So yeah. I don't think it takes place parallel to 3. So I guess it's after 3, maybe.
Yeah, maybe so. Can't do much there. Switching back over to that one. Let me see something weapon-wise. Got a 3-star. What is that? I'll stick with these.
What's been your weapon of choice in this game so far?
I really like what are these here? Like the blasters, I think are really fun. But I've had this really nice 4-star that I've got up to 31 right now that I've been sticking with. The Flamingo Splattershot Jr. has been my recent weapon of choice.
Nice. Yeah, I think the blasters are pretty cool. I got one blaster. It's a level 15 weapon. That's a long range blaster, and that was my favorite weapon for a while. And then I leveled it out. I just over leveled before, and it wasn't any good anymore. And I am just waiting to find a 5-star version of that weapon, and I'll probably end up going and playing with that all the time. But outside of that, I'm just using this long range shooter that's kind of just like the standard shooter, but long range.
I'm down to do whatever, man. Let me go pull up what I have here.
I'm just going to go to the next one that you'd be going to after.
There's one more thing on this island that I haven't done yet.
Okay.
I don't know if you.
Oh, is that like the? Well, let's do this one first, and then we can do.
Okay.
That. Those I would say are my least favorite missions, but I'm happy to do them.
I'm with you.
Because they're so long.
They are.
It's like doing 12 Destiny public events back to back to back.
It really is.
Like, what are we doing here?
A lot of dudes. That guy's gone. Power eggs at 50%, baby. Ooh, ouch. We did it.
There you go.
I see you got your cool tentacles back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one of the things you get for beating the game is getting your original look back.
How like Stella got her groove back.
Yeah, I like these long tentacles a whole lot. All right, so you need to do the Rainbow Lake.
I do. Is there anything I need to make that I haven't? No. All right. Select this one. And we off.
I do like that when you join a random game, it gives you a fish name. Like some
Oh, really?
Creature name. Yeah. My favorite that I've seen is Coelacanth, because I just like the
John
Animal
Coelacanth?
Crossing. Well, I meant the Animal Crossing.
Oh.
Like that's one of the fish that's the ancient fish you get in Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
So I just really like the Coelacanth.
Animal Crossing. Oh hey, we got a goblin, a loot goblin.
Oh nice.
Nice. All right. That was a exhilarating little chase. Were you ever a Diablo guy?
No, so I didn't have a PC growing up for a very long while, so that was just not something I really had access to. I remember I had an English teacher in high school, or in middle school actually, who during breaks or during downtime, he just had a laptop that had Diablo on it, and sometimes he would let us play Diablo. And so that was I didn't really ever play it because I didn't know how to play it, and I didn't like keyboard and mouse gaming. But I remember watching other people playing and go like, that game looks really cool.
Yeah.
And then just never really playing it myself.
What was the one like Diablo like that you played? There's been a few of them.
Torchlight.
Yeah. I've never played one of those.
The first one's great. All the other ones are not great.
Well, it's like a free-to-play game now, isn't it? Like they went mobile and free-to-play. Yeah, I think that they kind of did the Diablo Immortal thing where they went. I think it's called Torchlight Infinite now, and they have a PC client, but people I think are okay with it. I don't think it had a great launch.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I love the first game. It was so simple, and like you were just going down one single dungeon, and you just kept going further down, and that just felt like a really simple premise that they were able to nail. And then the second game tried to be this kind of co-op open world thing that I didn't think worked at all, and then the third game felt like it completely lost the sauce. I don't know. I think they changed the art style too, and there was a whole lot of stuff that I just did not like about Torchlight anymore.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I was gonna say, like, I don't even know if it's worth checking out at this rate.
I still think that first game's a great game, and because it's single player, and because it's so focused, I think it's really easy to go back and play even now and have a good time with. But yeah,
that was what 2015 era, I think.
Might have been even earlier than that. I was playing that in college.
Oh shit! Okay.
So it's like 20.
Was that a 360 game?
I actually played that on my Mac. My Mac.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think it's on everything now, but
yeah. Ooh. Back when the Mac didn't have games, so it was exciting when anything actually came to the Mac.
You know, just had a little game called Halo. Ow.
Yeah, you're a level under the recommended here.
Okay.
I noticed, so it might be
a little squishy.
A touch more difficult for you.
No worries. Sweet.
Hey, come here.
Oh.
Is there a thing for you over here?
Compass. Sweet.
Yep.
We got a couple other co-op games on the horizon, at least, I think.
Yeah.
Well, definitely Orbitals.
Orbitals I'm very excited about. That's still not for another month or two, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that game looks really cool. I mean, we played Split Fiction and had a good time with it, but Orbitals feels like the Split Fiction that I wanted Split Fiction to be.
Yeah, it looks really fucking cool. And then we got Big Walk.
Big Walk out this week.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll be able to get anybody from Discord or some of the casual friends.
Yeah, I don't know. I will tell you, I mean, we were discussing it this morning, but I was feeling a little disheartened that if we don't have enough people, that game's not going to feel as fun. But reading that game is that game changes its puzzles based on how many people are in the party was very exciting to me. So like that, because I saw one of the things that you can do in that game. There was something where you had to all stand on top of each other's shoulders.
Oh yeah.
So you did that with 3 other people, and to get all the way up to the top where you could hit this button. I thought, well, we just can't do that as 2 people, right? That would be an impossible puzzle. But to see that the game goes, no, we'll actually adjust the puzzles in this area. We made like a unique island for people who are playing in groups of 2 or groups of 3 or groups of 4 or more. So that's pretty cool. Now I'm excited again.
Yeah, I'm very much interested in seeing what they're going to cook up with that one. It's getting very good buzz. I think it's a hit. So it looks really charming. I think my brother is going to pick it up for him and his kids, and I'm hoping to do a little big walk-in with them. They're here this weekend staying with me. So I'm maybe going to do a little big walk session.
Nice.
My youngest nephew had a little life lesson, a little meltdown that I didn't know about while playing a video game. And he was playing on his hand-me-down Switch 1 that his brother gave him after he got a Switch 2. And he's also really into the Incredible Hulk right now. And
okay, so I like where this story is going.
He got pretty worked up about something in the game, and he was playing his Switch 1 in handheld mode, and he did the same Napoleon Dynamite move to try and tear the Tupperware, but with the Joy-Cons and completely ripped them off of the side of the Switch.
Nice. It's pretty easy to do. Those are not the
yeah, absolutely. And it sucked because it left the railing attached to the Switch body while ripping the Joy-Cons completely off. So I had to figure out how to undo those and get them taken care of. But we were able to do that. He's getting to get the new Joy-Cons on it, and we're going to teach the nephew, hey, maybe don't do that.
Maybe don't Hulk smash your
don't Hulk smash. And I had planned on showing him the Incredible Hulk game on my floor. I'm like, maybe I don't want to have him hold this thing because it opens up like a clamshell. So no thanks.
Oh, he hear Thor, and he was like, well, I can throw this, and it'll come right back to me, right?
I've beaten Thor. I've beaten Thor, as he would say. Oh, is this a gold?
Yeah, I got a primo shrimp roller.
That sounds like something you get at Red Lobster.
Yeah. All right, we got enough. We can finish this thing.
Okay.
They won't let you finish it if you're still fighting enemies.
Well, we'll at least get one more little Horion. And then we can maybe sneak in one short one and then wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. On to the biggie. Very cool.
So we saw that big gather resources one. We saw the multi-level raids. This is one of the more calling it a story mission is not the right call, but it is a more linear level. You go from point A to point B.
I can get on board with that.
And then we did one of the challenge ones, but we didn't go to one of the puzzle ones because I think the puzzle ones are not very fun. Certainly not very fun in co-op. Those are kind of meant to teach you how to play with certain pieces of equipment.
What do you think about the compass levels?
Yeah, those are kind of what I was talking about. I can take or leave them. I mean, I understand their value, but
they just don't feel great.
Some of them feel okay, and I kind of like that they're trying to teach you how to play the game with different pieces of equipment and try out things that you might not have tried out before, giving you a good excuse. But some of those, especially the ones where you're using the speed tank in their races, I think those are tuned to be really unnecessarily hard, where you have to do them exactly right. And it's not just the race ones. There are some other ones that also feel like if you don't do this exactly right, you're just gonna fail it. But the ones that you aren't the race ones, at least give you. If you don't get it right, you just kind of redo it in the mission. The race ones, if you don't do it in the amount of time that they ask you to, you have to just go and start from scratch, and that kind of sucks.
Not fun.
Yeah, those are certainly my least favorites.
I saw a very random thought, but you're the only person I can probably talk to about this. I saw a clip of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they asked him who he thought the best of the best was. He said Shawn Michaels is probably one of the greatest ones to ever touch the map or touch the map.
I watched this clip.
do you agree with that clip?
I might be biased. I really like Shawn Michaels. So
I do too. I think he's great.
So that's a little unfair. I don't know who I would put on my own wrestling
Rushmore.
Rushmore. It'd be hard not to put Shawn Michaels on there. I've got to put Undertaker on there because that's just that's my guy.
What about JR? Would you put him on your Rushmore?
I mean, JR has been an important part of my wrestling fandom for a long time, but I would cheat. I wouldn't cheat, but I would feel okay saying, well, he's not a wrestler, so he can't count.
Do you think the Generation X or the NWO did more to bring on the Attitude Era?
I think NWO was the more influential one for sure, but I wasn't actually watching a whole lot of wrestling during either of those times, and I never watched a whole lot of WCW. So that's so DX is kind of the one I think more of by default, but it's not because I think DX is better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that there was a single grade school boy I knew that was not parroting everything that DX did.
Yeah, you gotta be cross-chopping in school.
But also, I think just like the fact that you made Hogan go heel, like, is pretty fucking crazy. Like, that's a risky move, but it paid off for him.
Huge piece of shit. Glad he's dead, but
yeah, 100%. Like, I'm not gonna act like I didn't love Hulk Hogan as a kid. Like, I'm not saying I appreciated him as a man today by any stretch, and I align with what you're saying, but before I knew what the world was, I thought Hulk Hogan was pretty cool as a kid.
There's a certain allure to the guy who's just got the big arms and wins all the time.
The music, all that shit.
Sure, and I'm a little younger than you are.
Yes.
And so for me, I actually didn't have a Hulk Hogan phase because Hulk Hogan wasn't around during a lot of the wrestling I was watching. The first time I got to really see Hulk Hogan doing stuff that wasn't just footage from WrestleMania 3 or something was when he came back and to WWE with NWO then and did the whole program with The Rock at WrestleMania. Like, that's the Hogan I remember. And at that point, I'm like, who's this fucking old guy? Like, fuck that guy. Like, this guy's obviously past his prime, but we all just like Hulk Hogan, I guess. And so I was like, oh, it's Rock all the way. Like, fuck this other guy.
Yeah, dude. Like, basically, from 85 to 90, I was growing up. I was 5 years old in 1990. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I was prime target for that shit. Like, I feel like I was aging with the trends on that stuff.
See, my era, I guess it was still the Attitude Era, but it was like more like middle to tail end of the Attitude Era, where I'm watching Kurt Angle, I'm watching Stone Cold do his thing, I'm watching TLC matches. Like, the Hardy Boys were my favorite. Like, those were my guys. Easy.
Yeah.
Like, I hated the Dudley Boys. I hated Edge and Christian because it's just like they're not the Hardys. What do you mean? The Hardys are the best ones. And so it was tough to see the Hardys never win one of those TLC matches.
Oh God, sure.
But now all those people are still fucking wrestling. What are you guys doing?
They are absolutely still past where they should have stopped putting on the boots.
Maybe.
Let me get us over to credits here as we wrap up tonight. Chase, thank you for playing this and for carrying me. That was a good time. Splatoon Raiders, this is a $50, right? $50 Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive.
I think that's right.
We are very high on it. It sounds like other people are as well. We have a few qualms here and there with some things that we would like to see done differently, but what game doesn't have those? We are very, very excited about talking about other new games this week because there are, I personally, there's a couple games that I've had high on my list for the year. So I'm looking forward to talking about those with you on Wednesday. If you want to follow along with all the cool stuff that we do, you can do so by following these links or just going to thecasualhour.com. That will get you all the things that you need in a nice package. But also, if you need some stuff to do between now and then, Chase certainly has things to occupy your time, and you can follow along with Chase right there. And Chase, what do you got going on that people might want to tune into?
Yeah, I've got Chase K Plays, my YouTube channel, where I play through some other video games. Right now I'm playing through Super Mario RPG, the remake that came out on the Switch, a year or two ago. And that's been pretty cool. I've been calling that series Super Chasey K RPG. And our third episode is coming out this Wednesday. And I'll give you a little hint, Bobby. We get our second of 7 stars. We get a new party member who is very beloved in that game and outwardly. I play one of the worst fucking mini games I have ever played in my entire life. So look forward to all those things on this, this next episode of Chasing K Plays. Yeah. Then I also have another podcast that I do with a good friend of our show, Pierce Corshane. It's called Pilot Program, where Pierce and I watch the first episodes of every television show ever made. Our newest episode is on Dragon Ball. It's our 50th episode. Pretty big milestone there.
It's a big one.
We had a good time talking about Dragon Ball, telling Pierce a lot about Japanese culture stuff that he didn't know, and then just ended up having a great time. So go check that one out. And we've announced our next episode is going to be on Andor. So we'll finally be watching that. I would encourage people to try to get that on DVD instead of watching it on Disney Plus to stay with the BDS movement thing. But I'm pretty excited to go back to Andor and to just talk about Star Wars generally. Because even though Bobby thinks I hate Star Wars, I actually really like Star Wars.
I don't think you hate Star Wars. I think you hate everything.
Well, okay. You might not be wrong on that one.
I'm not.
And then I've got a Magic the Gathering YouTube channel called Common Knowledge, where I take a look at common Magic the Gathering cards for the Pauper format, which is a format where you can only use common cards. That's been great. We just crossed 250 subscribers to that, which is exciting.
That's great,
and,
man.
The new Magic Hobbit set is coming out this week. So I look at all the common cards that are coming out in that set and talk about whether any of them are good in Pauper or not. And spoiler alert, not a whole lot. No, not many of them are, but it's still cool to look through some cards sometimes.
Hell yeah, man. Well, that's a lot of stuff for people to consume. We will be back on Wednesday with our August preview. And then a week from today, we're going to check out Big Walk. So a couple cool things for us here at the show, and Chase has some cool things that he's brewing up over there. So set your clock, tune in. We'll see you on one of those channels, and we hope to see you back here soon.